Hi, good morning, all of you. So today we are continuing our chapter, and here in this chapter, in last session we have studied about the customer profitability analysis, and in last session we have studied about direct product profitability analysis. So today we are learning about manufacturing cycle efficiency. I told you that this is a very important topic. So a very important topic we are going to cover today. And the name of the topic is what? Manufacturing cycle efficiency. So if you will see just in front of you, we have taken a topic of activity-based costing. All right. I know you all know about activity-based costing. Everyone knows about activity-based costing, right? And activity-based management. Because if you will see these days, what is happening? Actually, before introduction of activity-based costing, the company were allocating the cost on the basis of traditional method, either on the basis of labor hour or unit or something. The company allocate their fixed overhead. Now, what happened here in this scenario? So now what happened? The scenario has changed. You can see these days people are using technology a lot and globalization and many other reasons. So what is happening? Traditional method of absorption costing is not good, and people are start using what? Activity-based costing. If we have learned strategically, this is the best way, because when you are allocate the cost to the product using activity-based costing, it gives the right cost of the product. Because you are not allocating the cost just considering one factor, either on the basis of unit or labor or machine hour. We are not considering one factor. Instead of one factor, we are considering multiple factors based on the actual reason of, the actual factors that are affecting the cost, and on the basis of which we allocate the cost. So point is that when we are considering the actual factors on the basis of which the cost is varying, and we are allocating the cost considering those actual factors. So what happened here, whatever the cost we allocate here to the product will be the actual cost. We will get the actual cost of the product. And for that reason, what will happen here? We get the true cost of the product, the right cost of the product, activity-based costing. So for that reason, we use activity-based costing. All right. Now, if you see in activity-based costing, we have the cost drivers, we consider the activities, and we consider the cost objects. So if you will see, cost driver is nothing but factors that are driving the cost. That are driving the cost. Means if the cost driver will change, cost will change. These are the factor which is driving the cost. For example, area occupied by different product. If the area occupied by different product will change, the rent cost will change. Point is that these are cost driver, which is also known as the factors that are driving the cost. Now, if you will see, resources are actually cost. For the production of final goods, or for the providing final services, we need some resources. Like I'm teaching you, right? So the point is that when I'm teaching you, this class is not free for me. I'm using internet, I'm using electricity, I'm using DSLR camera. My camera cost is around 1 lakh rupees, more than 1 lakh rupees. I'm using this laptop, I'm using a Wacom. So it's all setup is around 2 lakh. So the point is that I'm providing you my services. It is not free. I'm using electricity. I'm using internet. I'm using mobile data maybe. So the point is that whatever I'm using AC, whatever the service I'm providing you is not free. I'm using the resources. And without the resources, it is not possible for me to take the class. Like without a Wacom, it's not possible to conduct a class. I need a Wacom for the class. Without this laptop, I cannot take the class. Without this camera, I cannot take the class. So these are what resources for me. I am using these resources for providing you the class. So whenever we sell the final good, or whenever we provide the final services, we need the resources for the production or for providing the final services. And these resources are not free in nature. We have to pay something. So whatever the money we are paying to procure the resources, the cost for us. So in this way, we find the resources, we find the cost driver, we find the activity. Activity means in what ratio you will allocate the cost to the product. These are the product. cost object. We can have different product A, product B, product C. So what happened? Let me give me 1 minute. For example, we have product A, B, C, D. We have these 4 products on which we will allocate rent cost. And the area is in this ratio. 50 is to 30 is to 20 is to 10. Not 10. Okay, 40 is to 30 is to 20 is to 10. So this is the ratio on which I will allocate I will allocate the rent cost. Now this ratio came from what? The area occupied by the product. So I will be allocating the rent cost to these 4 different products on the basis of area occupied by these products respectively. So what will happen? If you will see here, you can see we have all these things. So A, B, C, D, these products are known as cost object. You will call them what? Cost object. These products are known as cost object. Rent is what? Rent is what? Your cost. So we called it resource. Nothing is free. Nothing is free in this world. If you have to pay the cost for everything, right? So whatever the resource required for the production is not free for you. You will pay some money for it, and it is a cost. So whatever the resource which we are using here is a cost for us. Now you can see these are cost object. This is resource, and area is what? Cost driver. The factors which is driving the cost. If the area occupied by the product will change, the cost will change. So this is what the cost driver. Area is what? The cost driver. Then what do we have here? Activity. So the ratio which is coming here, you can call it as activity. So on the basis of this, you will allocate the cost to these products. Then you measure the performance of these products, and it's a continuous process. They are saying, activity analysis, analyzing on what ratio you are allocating the cost, analyzing the cost driver, performance analysis. So when you are allocating the cost to the product, it's not a one-time process. They have mentioned you here. So they have mentioned that it's a continuous process. You keep allocating the cost for the production, and then you keep on checking, keep on finding the way you can improve these resources. So it's a never-ending process. It's not a one-time process. So this is what this all comes under activity-based cost management. You can see actually activity-based costing is a part of activity-based cost management. Now in this topic, we have a topic of what? Value-added activities and non-value-added activities. We all know about the non-value-added activities. So if you remember, we have studied about this topic in value chain analysis. A very important topic. I'm just revising the thing. We have enough time, so don't worry about it. So I'm just revising the thing. If you remember, we have studied value chain analysis. If you remember, we have done value chain analysis. It was given by Michael Porter in around 90, I don't exactly remember the year, but it's around 90. Michael Porter, he developed value chain analysis, and value chain analysis is the chain of activity. Product passes through these activity, gaining value at each stage. So first is inbound logistic, then process, then outbound logistics, sales and marketing, after sales services, and then final good. Point is that product passes through these activity, gaining value at each stage. So what I'm using a word here, value. So value means something for which the customer is willing to pay you the money. You are providing some special thing to the customer because of which customer is happily willing to pay you the money. खुशी से पैसे दे रहा है. So happily willing to pay the money. Okay. So you are giving such value to the customer, because of which the customer is happily willing to pay you the money. Now, the point is that if you will see, like, let me give you an example here, like Domino's ka case, let's take. So in case of Domino's, you know what has happened. So in case of Domino's, it is a case where the company is providing a very valuable service, which is known as speed of delivery. So what happened in case of Domino's, just ordered a pizza, you will get it within half an hour, even less than half an hour. So speed of delivery. Same happened in case of McDonald's, Burger King. The speed of delivery is very good. They are famous all across world just because of their speed of delivery. Otherwise, when you will go to a restaurant, it will take time to cook your food and to serve it on your plate. It takes time. But Domino's, McDonald's, they are famous because of their speed of delivery. Why Subways are famous? Because of their customization. You can customize your product. You want to eat healthy, you can accordingly customize the product. You don't like some sauces, don't put it. You don't eat onion garlic, don't put it in your burger. So the point is that you can customize the product according to your requirement. So this is what? This is a value to the customer. The customer is happily you will pay 200, 300 for a pizza. Sorry, happily willing to pay 200, 300 rupees for a burger to Subway for a healthy burger without onion garlic. You don't eat onion garlic. Point is that customization. So the company is famous just because of customization. They're giving you the healthy product and it is customized. So the point is that you can see here what is happening. The company is providing the value to the customer. The company is providing the value to the customer. And the customer is happily willing to pay. Just for a burger, you are willing to pay how much rupees? 200, 300 rupees, no? 200, 300 rupees just for a burger. Happily willing to pay. Because you are giving the value to the customer. Achha. So, ma'am, samajh aa gaya. Value-added activity samajh aa gaya. We will give something to the customer for which the customer will pay. Some company have very good after-sale services, very good return services. So, for example, let me give you, everything comes under value actually. So, value doesn't mean only you are giving a good product to the customer. That is not just value. Keep it in mind. Acha product bechna value nahi hota hai sirf. It is one of the part of value. Yes, good product, good quality product is, yes, you are giving value to the customer, but it is not enough. It's not limited to just providing a good product or services to the customer. So, fir ma'am, then what? So the point is that even after sale services, like if you will see, some people, Amazon was amongst the world's top 5 company, world ki number 5 company, right? It's among top 5 companies. Why Amazon becomes so famous in the world? Okay, now in India, you can see many companies, right? But let's talk about Amazon first. So why Amazon is so famous in all across world? For a reason. You can see various e-commerce websites. Even in India, you can see Flipkart, Snapdeal, Meesho, and Myntra, Ajio, and Myntra, and what else? Many other companies. Ajio, Myntra, Tata Click, many websites. But the point is that it all started with actually Amazon. And why Amazon is so world famous? It's world's amongst number 5 company. Why? Because of their return policy. Obviously, these companies, they all learn from Amazon and they're also working very good in India. But it's all started with Amazon. Their return policy was very good. If you don't like the product, just return it. You will get the money immediately after the quality check. So the point is that this also comes under value. Return policy is so good, it is actually giving value to the customer. So the point is that you can give the value to the customer in any way. It's not just a quality in the final product. It's not just the uniqueness of the final product. It can be a good marketing services, a good speed of delivery, return services, after sale services, So it all comes under the way you're producing the goods. It's completely different, whatever, right? It include everything. So this all comes under giving value to the customer. Now the question comes, acha ma'am, ye hota hai value? Yes, yehi hota hai, right? Then ma'am, what is the non-value-added activity then? Huh? So the point is that he classified the activity in two ways. One is value-added activity and one is non-value-added activity. अब देखो, now non-value-added activity can be further classified as pure waste. So we have learned about pure waste like 7 deadly waste. If you remember, in lean management, we have already learned about it. That the company can have 7 deadly waste. A company can have 7 deadly waste. Pure waste, we always want to eliminate them completely from the company. We always want to eliminate them completely from the company. All right. Yes. Pure waste. Then what else, ma'am? Non-value-added activity can also include what? Other non-value-added activity, which are obviously waste, but still required in the company. Other non-value-added activity. Achha, what I said, it is a waste, but still required. And you cannot remove them completely from the company, like inspection, auditing. Auditing is a process, right? And it's a process by the government. But what I'm saying, actually, auditing, inspection is a waste. Why are you producing waste? Produce the quality product right the first time. When you're producing the goods, produce a quality product right the first time. Why are you producing a defective unit and then you are inspecting it to find out the defects and then to correct it? So the point is that inspection is a non-value-added activity. It's a waste. Produce the quality product right the first time. Why are you learning inspection, auditing? But the point is that sometimes it is required because of the requirement of the law. Law is saying, government is saying that you have to do the auditing. Government is saying that you have to do the inspection. Sometimes it is required because of the requirement of law. So this is about the value-added activity and non-value-added activity. We always need a value-added activity. It creates value for the customer, जिसके लिए पैसे मिलते हैं. And pure waste, we always want to remove them completely from the company. Non-value-added activity, pure waste, we will remove them. 7 deadly waste we have learned, like storage of inventory, time, waiting time, and over-processing, overproduction, not over-processing, defective units. These were all 7 deadly waste. But inspection, auditing, these are also waste, right? But we cannot eliminate them completely from the company. Maybe requirement of law, maybe requirement of the company, maybe requirement of the customer. You cannot eliminate them completely from the company. So what will happen? So if you cannot eliminate them, try to minimize them. What will happen? We will minimize them. So if you can't eliminate them completely from the company, then focus on minimizing them, right? Okay. So now value-added activity is clear to all. I have just revised, though I have already covered it in your chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, 3. So we have already covered it in chapter 3. And non-value-added activity means it can be a pure waste. We have learned we want to eliminate them completely from the company. And a non-value-added activity, which is a waste but still required. Now let's see what type of value-added and non-value-added activity they are talking here. You have now a fair, clarification about the topic, but let's see what they are talking here. Okay, so non-value-added activity represents the work that is not valued by the external or internal customer. These are the activity, not at all required. They are just a waste, not at all valued by the customer, but still sometimes it is required. Okay? Non-valued activity do not improve the quality or the function of the product or services, but they can adversely affect the cost and prices. So non-valued activity create a waste. Oh, it's a waste. Result, because see, the point is that I told you, resource, when we are using the resources, it is a cost for us. Before your session, I just bought a Wacom of cost around 30,000 for your classes. Okay, I'm using this camera. This cost around more than 1 lakh rupees. I'm using this laptop. Point is that if you will see these resources, they are not free. I paid some money. It's a cost for me, but I'm providing you services for this. Without this, I cannot provide you the without this Vacom, I cannot write. Without this laptop, I cannot take the class. Zoom will not work, right? Without Zoom, we cannot take the class. Without the software I have used, I'm using here 2-3 different software for the class. Without those software, not possible to take the class. Point is that resources are never free in nature. We pay some money for it and it's a cost for the company. Okay. Ab dekho what is mentioned here, that if you waste some resources for any way, if you are wasting the resource, okay, matlab, you know what happened actually? Let me share an experience with all of you. You can see this Vacom, right? And recently, before your class, I've taken a Vacom, one more Vacom, right? Point was that after 2-3 session, it was not working. And I found this one more helpful for me, right? Because I'm using it and I'm habitual of using this Vacom. Point is that the Vacom which I have purchased before this is a waste now because I'm more comfortable with this one. So the point is that if you're wasting the resource, I have just kept it in my cupboard and I'm not using that Vacom. I don't know when I will use it. Okay, but still I have to alternate. Okay, we should keep an alternate. But the point is that what I'm trying to explain you, it's a waste, right? Now I'm not using it and it's depreciating every day. You know, on fixed asset, the value depreciate with time. It's depreciating, I'm not using, and I've paid the money. So the point is that it's a waste for me. Why? Because I have already paid the money for it, right? And I'm not using it. So it's a waste for me. So when I waste the resource, I'm wasting my money. I've wasted the money, right? So it will increase the cost. So this will what? This will increase the cost. Not good, right? It's not good. So the point is that it is increasing the cost. When you waste the resource, it's a non-valuated activity. Yeah. And it's a waste because resources are not free in nature. You have paid some money for it. It will increase the cost. So for that reason, it is written here, it can adversely affect the cost of the product. When the cost of the product will be more, obviously the price of the product will be high. So it's not good. It's not at all good. All right. So now what is happening here? So measures of determining whether an activity is evaluated or not. Is the activity is necessary for the organization? Yes, it's a evaluated activity. Is the necessary effectively performed? If it is useful to adopt budgets, target external benchmark, then obviously it's a evaluated activity. If is an activity sometime valuated, sometime non-valuated activity, needless movement of raw material, it is unnecessary when you are moving the raw material, it is a non-valuated activity. However, sometime it may be needed for work in progress to move, right? Then it is valuated activity. It is mentioned sometime the same activity can be a valuated activity, can be a non-valuated activity. Okay. Now, if you will see here, they have taken 5 major activity that is completely a waste. Unnecessary activity means all these are non-valuated activity. So what is it? Storing of inventory. We have learned, if you remember, unnecessary storage of inventory in warehouse or anywhere is a waste because it will result in carrying cost. Not required, right? So unnecessary storage of inventory is not required. An activity that uses time and resources while a good or material is held in inventory. It is not at all recommended to store the inventory. Okay. Movement, I told you, unnecessary people are moving from one machine to another machine is not good. Instead, place the machine together, A, B, C, and don't allow your worker to move. You remember cellular manufacturing, we make the cells, right? And we place all the machines together and we place one person who is working with these machines. Person is not moving. So for that reason, we have introduced cellular manufacturing or lean manufacturing, which avoided complete movement of the people in the organization. Complete motion was avoided there. Okay, so what is given here? Movement. So movement is what? An activity that uses time and resources to move the materials. Work in a process and finish goods from one department to another department. Waiting is unnecessary. The person is waiting to receive the resources and to produce the goods. Again, it's a non-valuated activity. Inspection, I told you, inspection is also in non-valuated activity. Why are you producing defective unit and then you are correcting it? Why do you allow to produce the defective unit? So inspection is also a non-valuated activity. All right, inspection is also a non-valuated activity, an activity in which time and resources are spent ensuring that the product meets its specification. Okay. Inspection, I told you, audit inspection is a non-valuated activity. Sorry. Then what do we have? Scheduling. An activity that uses time and resources to determine when different products have access to process. How much will be produced, okay? Or when and how many steps must be done. You schedule the production. When we schedule the production. So they have mentioned you even the scheduling the production is not non-valuated activity. So scheduling is also a non-valuated activity. When you're scheduling, okay, we will produce tomorrow, at this time, we will produce this much of units. When you schedule the production, this is also a non-valuated activity. So scheduling means you are not producing the goods in cellular manufacturing. So none of these activities add value. All these 5 activities, they do not add value. Scheduling, for example, is not necessary if company has learned how to produce on demand. So scheduling is not required when the company knows full processing system. I hope you know. Receive the demand, produce the goods accordingly using full processing method. So when the company knows full processing method, company do not need scheduling. Okay. Now let's read this also. Test your understanding. A wine manufacturing stores a wine, the manufacturing of which is already completed, but which need to be stored for a specific time period. Now see what is happening. They're storing it. And storing means a non-valuated activity. Acha, but they're storing it why? Specific time period. Because fermentation. Actually, alcohol and wine need time to ferment the product. To meet the quality standard, you need to store it. So they're asking, tell whether it is a valuated activity or a non-valuated activity. Point is that we have learned storage is a non-valuated activity. We have learned when we store the inventory, it's a non-valuated activity. But here what is mentioned, if you will not store the product, storage is required for the fermentation. It's a process of production. Wine, alcohol need fermentations. So for that, you need to store it. So if you will store it, it will ferment, it will become alcohol. So it's a process of production actually. So I will say this is not a non-valuated activity. It's a valuated activity. Why? Because it's a process. Without fermentation, you cannot produce the wines or alcohol. All right. So if a wine manufacturer stores a wine, the manufacturing of which is already complete, but which need to be stored for a specific period to meet the quality standards specified by customer, such storing time would be considered as valuated activity. I told you it's a valuated activity because without this process, it will not become, it is not good for the consumption maybe. The process, it's a part of process actually. Since without storing activity, manufacturing of wine specific quality would not be complete. It will not be a complete product if you will not store it. So it will become it's a valuated activity. All right. Now what I believe you all are clear with value-added activity and you are all clear with non-value-added activity. Okay. Now this is the manufacturing cycle. We will consider it and we will solve the question. Before that, if you have any doubt, please write in comment. Do you have any doubt? Want to ask something? Anything? from anywhere? Okay, there is no question. Okay, so what do we have here? Just in front of you, they have taken a process. Let's see, what is it, huh? So see what is happening here. Customer is placing the order. Sir, I need this. Sir, I need this. Okay. So the customer is placing the order. Okay. Then order received by the manufacturing. The factory, the company or the manufacturer have received the order. Then what happened? Machine setup begins. So obviously when we receive the order, we will start the production. But for starting the production process, you have to set up the machines. So after receiving the order, you have set up the machines. Machine setup time, machine setup time is required. Then what happened? Order manufactured product become finished product. Okay, so after the manufacturing, you will get the final product, finished good. Then what happened? Delivery. Order delivered to the customer. Then what happened? Delivery. This is completely a process of a company. Now what is happening here? They have mentioned you certain term here, like receipt time. When you order the product, we have first receipt time. Receipt time. Then what is happening? Waiting time. Waiting why? Because machine will take time to set up. Okay. Then what will happen? Manufacturing time. So when the machine will be set up, so from raw material to final good, it will take some time to manufacture the product. That will be a manufacturing time. Then what will happen once you'll receive a final product? What will happen? It will deliver to the customer, and deliver time is required. Acha. So receipt time means when you are receiving the order and the manufacturer will start the production, where he will receive the order. So the time within which he is receiving the order from the customer will be receipt time. And here what will happen? What is manufacturing cycle time? So machine setup time and conversion of raw material to final good, manufacturing time. It will be manufacturing cycle time. So what is manufacturing cycle time? Waiting time, machine setup time will be the waiting time here, and manufacturing time, converting the raw material into final good. This manufacturing time will come under manufacturing cycle time. Okay. Achha, what will be the customer response time here? So the customer response time will be what? Give me 1 minute. Customer response time will include everything: receipt time, manufacturing cycle time, which include the machine setup time and manufacturing time, and then what? Delivery time. This all comes under where? The customer response time. This will all come under customer response time. All right. Okay. Then what else, ma'am? So they have just defined all these things. They have all defined it, ki what is receipt time, how long it takes the marketing department to specify the manufacturing department exactly what is required by the customer. Marketing department will inform the manufacturing department that we have received this order for the customer X. So whatever the time here they are taking will be the receipt time. Then manufacturing time, converting the raw material into final good, whatever the time you are taking to convert the raw material into final good will be the manufacturing time or processing time. Take a manufacturing cycle time will be machine setup time plus processing time. I told you, machine cycle time will be what? Machine setup time and processing time. Okay. How long it take to manufacture the final good from the time an order is received to manufacturing department. Okay. Manufacturing cycle time includes all the time a product spent, including due to standing in queue or during the time they were moved from operation, waiting part of machine setup, everything. So the time when they have received the order to the time up to which the final product will be ready, all the time will come under what? Manufacturing cycle time. Okay. All right. Then what we have? Cycle time. You know the cycle time here. Cycle time will be what? Waiting time plus manufacturing time will be the manufacturing cycle time. Okay, we have all these terms, right? Now the point is that we have a question on it. Okay, before that, what is manufacturing cycle efficiency? Because manufacturing cycle efficiency means how efficiently you are manufacturing the product. You have received the order, quickly manufacture the order. So the point is that if you will see, some of the organization are very efficient. Like if you will see, you will see Domino's. They have like they have wow type of manufacturing process, right? Manufacturing cycle efficiency is wow. Why? So I remember one incident. Let me share the incident. So I remember one incident. So I live in upper floor. I ordered a pizza. What happened? I just ordered the pizza, and for some reason, I just went down. Okay, and what happened? When I went on, I found that the pizza delivery boy was standing outside my gate. Oh, I mean, the time I have taken just to move from my upper stair to downstairs, huh? And I was just busy in some other stuff also. But within just this time period, I received my pizza. I was so surprised. I asked, "Bhaiya, itni jaldi how?" So he said, "Madam, hum goli ki tarah aate hain." So the point is that you can imagine this manufacturing cycle efficiency, how quickly they manufacture it. Now we have ordered it, they received the order. This is what receipt time. They received the order, they started the production, right? They immediately started the production. And you will get all the updation on the application of Domino's, right? It's being baked, it's being prepared, baked, and it's ready and deliver everything. You will get it. Okay. So the point is that manufacturing cycle efficiency, you can imagine their manufacturing cycle efficiency. They're so quick, right? So quick. So that is what? That is manufacturing cycle efficiency. Okay. Now, what is the formula for manufacturing cycle efficiency? What is the processing time divided by manufacturing cycle time? You know, processing time means the time they are taking for converting the raw material to final good. But manufacturing cycle time will include both. It will include the receipt time. No, it will include what? Setup time, machine setup time. Okay, it will take here the machine setup time. Machine setup time, and it will consider the processing time. Okay. Okay, just remember the formula for manufacturing cycle efficiency. What? Process time divided by manufacturing cycle time. That's it. Okay. And if you see there, they have taken some example, lean management. We have already understood all these things. So if you will see lean management, it work on full processing system, and there they produce the goods continuously. Setup time they reduce, they place the machine together, movement of the people will be reduced. All the non-value-added activity they try to remove from the manufacturing process. You're converting the raw material into final good. They try to remove all the non-value-added activity here. So if you put the lean system, it's an awesome process of production, right? And you can improve the manufacturing cycle efficiency here. All right, now let's see, we have a question here. So this is the question we have here. Read it, we will discuss. First read it. I'll allow you 2-3 minutes. Take your time and read it first. Take 3 minutes, read it, and then we will discuss. Okay, shall we discuss? I hope you have done the reading. Okay, let's discuss the question. My first question, can you tell me what are the value-added activity here and what are the non-value-added activity? So my first question is that, tell me what are the value-added activity and what are the non-value-added activity here? Can you tell me the value-added activity and non-value-added activity? What are the value-added activity and what are the non-value-added activity here? Can you tell me? Say yes or no. Yes. What are the value-added activity here and what are the non-value-added activity? Oh, Janvi, she already answered. Okay. So if you will see here, the value-added activity is only the processing time. Processing time. This is what value-added activity. What are the non-value-added activity? We have already learned. Inspection is a non-value-added activity. It do not create value to the final product. Inspection is a non-value-added activity. Then we have learned waiting time. Waiting is a non-value-added activity. Movement, unnecessary motion is also a non-value-added activity. So what are your non-value-added activity here? 6 hour. Then inspection is for 1.5 hour. (1.5 hour) inspection. Waiting is for 6 hour. Moving is what? 7.5 hour. These are all non-value-added activity. Process time is what? 9 hour. This is what value-added activity. These are non-value-added activity. If you add them, you can see what is it coming. 15 hour. So 15 hour will be the non-value-added activity and 9 hour will be the value-added activity. See what is mentioned here. They're asking you, they have given you the following information pertain to operation during the month of April. 1 month information is given. Let me read the complete question. So Queenstone Furniture manufacture high quality wooden door, okay, within a forest of Queenstones since 1952. Management is having emphasis on creativity, engineering, innovation, and experience to provide customers with the door they desire, whether it is a standard design or a one of a kind of customer door. The following information pertain to operation during April. Okay, now what do we have here? We have the process time 9 hour and we have inspection waiting time and moving is all 15 hour. Okay. Now the question is what compute the following operational measurement per batch. Per batch, how many units they are producing? 60 units. Per batch, this is all the time they have given you is per batch. Okay. So per batch process time, value-added activity time is what? 9 hour. Per batch, non-value-added time is what? 15 hour. Okay. Now let's see what is manufacturing cycle efficiency here. Manufacturing cycle efficiency. What is manufacturing cycle efficiency? You know the formula? Let's see. So what is manufacturing cycle efficiency? We have discussed here. Process time divided by manufacturing cycle time. So the formula is what? Process time divided by manufacturing cycle time. Right. So this was manufacturing cycle efficiency, process time divided by manufacturing cycle time, right? Okay. So this will give you manufacturing cycle efficiency. All right. Now, what is process time here, ma'am? 9 hour. 9 hour is process time. And what is manufacturing cycle time? I told you it will include everything. So manufacturing cycle time will include both process time and all these. Non-valued activity will also come. Setup time, waiting time, movement time, inspection time will all include here in manufacturing cycle time, because actually what happened, manufacturing cycle time is the time you're taking to convert the raw material to final good. So when you are converting the raw material to final goods in the company have both value-added and non-value-added activity. Okay, the company have it. So obviously the company is taking time here also in non-value-added activity. So inspection, waiting time and moving is all the time which is required during the conversion of raw material into final good. Okay, it is required. They are inspecting the goods during manufacturing process. They are waiting for their turn, right? Or receiving the material. They are taking the time for moving the product. So it is all it's all time consumed during the production process. This all time is consumed during the production process. So it will be a part of manufacturing cycle time. So manufacturing cycle time will include both processing time and all these times. Okay. So I will say process time is 9 hours. And other time is what? 9 plus 15 hours. Add it, solve it, you will get the answer. Nine divided by 24. So this is coming as 0.375, or I can say 37.5%. Not good, right? So you can see efficiency is not good for the company. Why? I will tell you reason. Why the process is not efficient? Because of non-value-added activity. If you will remove the non-value-added activity, it will become more efficient. For example, not possible, but I'm just giving an example. So for example, you completely eliminate all these non-value-added activity. So completely eliminate them. Eliminate all the non-value-added activity, all this 15 hours. What will happen? Only its efficiency will become 100%. Manufacturing cycle efficiency will become 100%. So the point is that if you remove the non-value-added activity, the manufacturing process will become more efficient. You're quickly producing the goods. So why this process of quickly production is slow? Because of these non-value-added activity. So manufacturing cycle efficiency here in this case is 37.5. All right. Okay. Okay, done. So yes, one more thing reh gaya. What is left? What is manufacturing cycle time here? Okay, one more point. We have learned about the manufacturing cycle efficiency, right? Now, ma'am, what is manufacturing cycle time? So what is the formula for manufacturing cycle time? Total production time divided by number of units we are producing. Okay. So total production time is 24 hours. How many units we are producing here? You can see we are actually producing 60 units. So divided with 60 units, you will get 0.4 hour per unit. This will be manufacturing cycle time. Matlab for the production of one unit, you are taking 0.4 hours. All right, this will be the answer. I hope it is clear. We have calculated everything here. Now, if you have any doubt, please ask in comment. Otherwise, we will take more question to solve. If you have doubt, please ask in comment. 37.5. Exactly. Why wait hour before processing start? It includes in cycle time. Why wait hours? See, the point is that, Janvi, it is a time which you are taking for the production. So why are you taking time to set up the machine? Why the machine is not ready to use? It's a part of process, right? It is a part of production. Why are you inspecting the goods? Why are you not producing the quality product right the first time? Why is there unnecessary motion of the material inside the organization? People are moving inside the organization for the production. Why don't you place them together? So you can see, if you compare this process with the lean system, you will find that lean system, if you will find the manufacturing cycle efficiency of lean system, you will find it 100%. Why? Because they focus on removing all the non-value-added activity. They don't even focus on inspection also. They says that we produce zero defective unit. We know that our product is zero defective, right? Not even a single defect you can find in our product. So they know that their production process is so perfect. They're not at all producing a defective unit. They're producing the quality product right the first time. Okay, so all the things which is happening here is actually not required, Janvi. It's not at all good also, right? But the point is that when you're producing the goods, it will be part of the production process. Not required, right? I understand, not required. So if you will see in lean system, we focus on removing all these things, right? But it is just a comparison. You can imagine, अच्छा चलो lean system में ये सारी चीजें नहीं होती हैं, ठीक है? We don't have the waiting time, we don't have the movement, we don't have the inspection. So what happened? 100% efficiency. Manufacturing cycle efficiency is 100%, no waste. Now, if we have all these non-value-added activities, manufacturing cycle efficiency will reduce. मतलब आप जल्दी production नहीं कर रहे. Simple. Your production process is not very fast. And for that reason, you have the non-value-added. For that reason, manufacturing cycle efficiency is low. All right. So here, what is happening? We're just finding the manufacturing cycle efficiency. That's it. All right. So we have more question. Okay. So we will do more question. Let's cover the entire concept first. So if you will see, I have covered this topic already. What we have covered in last session, we have covered direct product profitability, customer profitability. We have just understood the value-added and non-value-added activity. We will see how decision-making tool can be used in ABC. Point is that this is not relevant, right? We have just few formula. I will advise you to learn those formula. Just one question, not a relevant topic. Not for exam point of view, not at all relevant, right? You just have a formula, you can use that formula, right? Let me show you the formula. So strategic profitability analysis. Here, what is happening? Growth component, not relevant, right? So if I'm saying not relevant, you can understand not relevant, right? It's not relevant. Okay. So growth component, price recovery component, productivity component. So what happened here? Growth. How you can recognize the growth? Revenue should be high and cost should be less. Then you can say growth ho rahi hai, right? Growth component, price recovery component, revenue effect. How you're recovering the price, revenue and cost. It is related to that. Production is only related to cost. Production is never related to revenue. So they are just finding, you can see you have some formula, you can use those formula to find the values. We don't have even the questions. I don't found any numerical on the basis of these topic. So you can just learn the formula, but what I believe you will not get any question from here. So not relevant. Okay, but yes, the last topic we have is relevant, so we will cover those topics. We have covered this topic. Now, what is left? Activity-based management, business application. How we can apply the activity-based management ठीक है, अभी देखो, I told you that activity based costing is the best way. Why? Because it will give me the true cost of the product. सही cost पता चलती है. ठीक है. So if you know the true cost, you can find the true sale value, selling price. You can find the true profitability which you are earning from the product. ठीक है. So what is happening here? We will use it in cost reduction technique, activity-based budgeting, business process re-engineering, benchmarking, performance measurement. See, we have already understood all these terms. ठीक है. From the beginning, we are learning these terms. ठीक है. Cost reduction, you all know. Activity-based budgeting, business process re-engineering, benchmarking, performance measurement. You all know about all these topics. ठीक है. So let's not waste the time here. Okay, let's take this question now. So you can see actually the topics are related in this chapter. Some of the topic is from chapter 2. Some of the topic is coming from your lean management means chapter 3. So you can see the topics are related, but yes, they have created a different chapter, but these are the topic which is already linked with chapter 2 and 3. All right. So what is happening here? We have this question. I want you all to read it. Then we can discuss it, huh? So please read this question, then we can discuss it. Read this question, then we will discuss it. Okay. So I hope you have done the reading and let's start the question. So what is the question here? 612 is an Indian Japanese international chain of convenience store for food, snack, hot and cold beverage is formulating the activity-based budgeting for January 2021. ठीक है. 612 is a company's name. 612 is a company's name. Has only three products: soft drinks, fresh drinks, and ready-to-eat food. So the company is producing three different products. What is it? Soft drinks, fresh drinks, and ready-to-eat food. ठीक है. The budgeted data related to these three products is given. ठीक है. What they have given you? They have given you order or activity and the cost driver is given. ठीक है. So ordering is the activity and the cost driver is per purchase order. ठीक है. Delivery is the activity and per delivery is the cost driver. Shelf stocking is the activity and per hour is the driver. Then customer support is the activity, per item sold is the cost driver. All right. Then cost driver rate is given. Okay. The actual rate and the budgeted rate is given. We consider the budgeted rate here. Why? Because we will see. Okay. Because we have to calculate the budgeted cost data here. Okay. So the budgeted rate is given here. If you want to find out the total budgeted cost, we will consider the budgeted rate. All right. We will consider the budgeted rate. Okay. What else do we have? 612 has continuous improvement system to budgeting monthly activity cost for each month Fab budgeted cost driver is 0.996 time the budgeted time rate of 2029. ठीक है. Then March budgeted cost driver rate is this as compared to February. They have calculated what budgeted cost driver rate. ठीक है. Now what is the first question? This information is for January. है ना? January 2021. Budgeted information of January. And they are asking you compute the total budgeted cost for each of the activity. Alag alag. है ना? For the month in the month of January. ठीक है. Okay, so let me do this question for you. Let's do this question. So the first question is what? Compute the total budgeted cost for each of the activity. ठीक है. I'm taking a table so that it will be easy for us. Okay. So what we are doing here, calculation of total budgeted cost for each activity. ठीक है. For each activity, we are finding it. ठीक है. Okay, what do we have here? Activity. ठीक है. Cost. We have activity. ठीक है. And just give me 1 minute. So activity we have ordering. ठीक है. And you will consider it per purchase order. See the purchase order given 16, 20, 16. 16, 20, 16 per purchase order. 16, 20 and 16. ठीक है. And what is the cost here? Ordering cost here is rupees 4,500. ठीक है. This is the cost here. ठीक है. All right. Next. Ordering, after that, what do you have? You have soft drink product. Then you have fresh drink product. Then you have ready to eat. ठीक है. You have these product. ठीक है. And the basis of allocation, you know. ठीक है. Ordering. Then you have delivery. What is the delivery cost here? 4,100 rupees. 4,100. Okay. And it will be on the basis of what? Allocation per delivery, and the per delivery allocation basis is given here. 13, 60, 20. 13, 16, 20 is given here. 13, 16, 20. Delivery. Next one is what? Shelf stocking. Shelf stocking is what? Rupees of 1,000. What will be the basis? You can see per hour basis, and hour is also given here. Right? 15, 170 and 93. 15, 170 and 93, right? So you will consider them and you will allocate the cost. You can start doing it, at your own. You can start solving it. The next one is customer support. So this is how much? This is, the amount is here. What is it? 9 rupees, 9. And what is the basis of allocation given? 4,500. The basis of allocation is 4,500 is to what? 45 is to 34.6. I can take like this also. And 10.5. This could be the basis of allocation. Acha, but you have the cost driver now. Let's take the complete value because we have the cost driver. We have the cost driver rate. So since we have the cost driver rate, let's take it completely. All right, now just multiply it, you will get the answer. Simple. If you want, I can solve it for you. We will solve some more question of manufacturing cycle efficiency because manufacturing cycle efficiency is very important for your exam point of view, right? Okay. You can see this chapter was very simple, not at all difficult. So we will take the value and we will multiply it. 20. This is coming as 90,000. So solve it for every value. Find it for every value. Right? Solve it. Rupees 4,100 into 13. All right. Rupees 4,100 into 16. I think I'll get the values like this. Then rupees 4,100 into 20. Then rupees 1,000 into 15. Then rupees 1,000 into 170. Then rupees 1,000 into 93. Right? Okay. Then rupees 9 into 4,500. Then rupees 9 into 3,460. Then rupees 9 into 1,0500. Right? So in this way, just find the value, find the sum of the value, you will get the budgeted cost. All right. Okay. So this was the first portion of your question. Now, what is the next portion of your question? The next portion is what? Let's see. So discuss the advantage. Discuss the advantage might this company gain by using the activity-based budgeting approach, say over an approach that allocated the cost of activity to the product as percentage of cost of goods sold. Matlab, now here what do you have to write? What are the benefit if you use activity-based costing over traditional system? So what the earlier, like here what they have mentioned you, that what benefit you will get if you will allocate the cost over activity based costing instead of any other method. So it is given here. You have to write all the advantage if the company uses activity based budgeting approach over the allocation of the traditional method like percentage method. So you can write the benefits. Now next is what? Compute the total budget cost for each of the product for the month of March. If March has the same budgeted amount cost driver, ab dekho what is happening here. See, the point is that this is for the month of what? These values are for which month? You can see these values are for January. Now you have to find it for Feb and then for March. Okay. Now they have given you a line how you can find it. It is given here that how you can find it is given here. Fab value cost driver rate will be 0.996 time the cost driver rate of January. ठीक है, फिर March will be 0.996 time of the February. So what will be happening here? Give me 1 minute, So what will be happening here? So I'll be taking these values for the month of January, February, March, April, right? You can first find the rates and then you can use it to allocate the cost. All right. So for January, what was the rate? Fifth, accordingly, you will find the value for Feb. Accordingly, you will get the value for March. These values, ordering. What do you have? Delivery. Shelf stocking. Then customer support. Okay, so we have all these values. You can see for January, the rate was 4,500, 4,100, and 1,050,9, right? So now you can use all these values and you can find it for cost drivers. Give me 1 minute, So you can use it to change it for, January, Fab is what? 0.996 of Jan. And whatever the value you will receive in the month of Fab, March will be what? 0.996 of the month of March, Feb. Okay. So you will use this relationship and you will find the value here. All right. So we will use this relationship and we will find the values. All right. Okay. Let's do it. So 4500 into 0.996 is equals to what? This one. Okay. Then for the month of March, it will be what? 4482 into 0.996. This will be what? This value, that's it. So you will get the value ordering cost for the month of March. Then it is 4100 into 0.996. And then 4083.6 into 0.996 is equals to this value, right? Then 1050 into 0.996 is equals to this value. And then 1045.8 into 0.996 is equals to this value, right? Then 9 into 0.996 is equals to this value, and then 8.964 into 0.996 is equals to this value. So in this way, we will find the values, right? So now for the month of March, what will you do? You will just consider these values. Consider these values and solve the question in a similar way as we have done here. Solve it in a similar way as we have done here, right? So you will find the total budgeted cost for the month of March. All right, this is what you have to do in the which option? Third option, right? So this is what you have to do in third option. It is given here. Compute the total budgeted cost of each of the activity in the month of March. So you have calculated the cost of the March. You have calculated the cost of the March, right? And now you can use it to allocate it to the product. Okay, so if you want, I can replace it here only, right, for the month of March. For the month of March, you know, order cost has changed to 4464.072. It has changed to this, right? Use it and solve it. 4464.072 into 16 is equals to this one. Into 16 is equals to this value. 64.072 into 16, not 16. What was the value? 16. Here the value will be what? 20. All right. So in this way, you can calculate it. Simple. All right. Okay. So here the cost has changed from 4100 for the month of March. It has changed to 4067.2656. Right. So consider this new value here, 4067.2627. Take round off. Into 13 is equals to what? 13 is equals to what? Okay. Move this. And here the same thing. 4067.27. 16 equals to this one. 4067.27 into 20 equal to this one. Okay, the next one is what? 1041.62. One zero four 1.62. 1041.62. Then what do we have? 8.93. 8.93. Then what do we have? 8.93. So in this way, you can solve it. You will get the answer. Simple. 8.913 into 1050 equals to this value. All right, so what I have done, we have refined out the value for the March, because you can see what is happening. You have given, they have provided you the rate here, right? They have provided you these rate here, that how the value is changing from January to Feb and from February to March, how the value is changing. It is given. By using these relationship, we have calculated the value for the March, right? Ordering cost, we have calculated. Delivery cost, we have calculated. Shelf stocking cost and customer support cost, we have calculated. We know the basis of allocation, it will remain same, right? So on the basis of the same allocation, we have allocated these costs to the product, right? Using a new cost driver for the month of March. So we have done this calculation for the month of March. All right. That's it. Simple. All right. Okay. So you can see that they have done the question in this way. All right. You can see the new cost, right? This is how we have allocated the new cost. Simple. For the month of March. Simple. Right? Achha, there is a last portion of the question. Let's read the last portion. You can see the question was lengthy, but explanation was very easy. The solution was very easy, right? Okay, so what is the last portion of the question? State the benefits to the company adopting the Kaizen budgeting approach, identify the limitation. So what are the benefit if the company adopt Kaizen budgeting process? You know Kaizen means continuously improving the organization. So they're asking if they implement the Kaizen, so what are the benefit? What will happen if the company will implement Kaizen? Okay, this is the question. So it is given here, Kaizen means continuously improving the organization. And if you continuously improve the organization, strategically you reduce the cost. Matlab, continuously you're trying to keep on finding all the non-valuated activity. You keep on finding all the waste in the company. When you remove the waste, you save the cost of the company. That means you are improving the quality, you are providing more value to the customer, also you are reducing the cost. Okay. So what will happen? It is given here. If you will implement the Kaizen costing, this will help in cost reduction. It improves the quality and the value for the customer also. Okay. So they have given you that in part 1, these are the cost, and part 2, these are the costs, right? Matlab, they have just compared January and March. Kaizen budget number will show unfavorable variances whose activity do not meet the required monthly cost reduction. Okay, I think they have given you some more information about the Kaizen costing. Give me 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 minute. Continuously improving. Acha. See, they have given you some information here. So what is happening here? The company has continuous improving the system. Matlab, what is the meaning of this word here? The company have Kaizen. This is the meaning of Kaizen. Okay, company is continuously what? Improving the system. So when the company is continuously improving the system, what is happening from January to March? What happened? The rate have reduced. The cost, these costs have reduced. Now you can see if in the month of January this was the cost, but in the month of March this is the cost. The cost has reduced, right? In the month of January these are the costs, and in the month of March these are the costs. All the costs have been reduced. Okay, why? Because the company have implemented the Kaizen, continuous improvement system, right? All right, the company have implemented Kaizen means continuous improvement system, so all the costs have been reduced here. Okay, so what is given here? Part 1 and part 2, part 3. All the costs have been reduced. Given here, Kaizen budget number will show unfavorable variances for manager whose activity do not meet the required monthly cost reduction. This likely will put more pressure on the manager to create, finding the way to reduce the cost. How are they comparing the values actually? They're actually comparing the value. I think budgeted and actual values they are comparing. And their actual cost is not meeting the standard. Their actual cost is not meeting the standards. So for that reason, the manager have the pressure, right? That they have set the budget like this and actual expenses is this. So obviously they are not achieving their budgets. So it will increase the pressure on the management, or it will increase the pressure on the management to reduce the cost. Okay? So you can see, this is how they have answered, and you can see that it was very simple. Okay. Okay. Now, if you have a doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, what we will do, we will take more questions because we have almost covered everything. Nothing is left now. So if you have a doubt, you can ask me, or we will take a break and we will cover more questions from here. 2 decimal place. Janvi, we have discussed in last session also that we will take all the values up to 2 decimal place. We will not consider the value up to 3 decimal place. We consider the value up to 2 decimal place. So we will consider up to 2 decimal place only. Okay. We don't take the values up to 3 decimal places. Okay. So you can see activity-based costing is actually a strategic way of reducing the cost. It's very helpful. It is not a traditional method, and we use it right now these days when we are finding the way to reduce the cost strategically, we use it, right? Okay, now let's take a break for 10-15 minutes, and what will happen after that, we will cover more topic because we have covered everything. So you can see what we have taken. I have taken some question like customer profitability analysis. We can practice more question from customer profitability analysis, and manufacturing cycle efficiency is very important topic. So I have taken certain question from material, and we will practice these questions, right? We will practice these questions. All right. Okay, let's take a break now. You can Hey, hi, welcome back. So let's start. So as we have discussed that now we have covered almost everything, and now we will practice the questions, right? So you can see I have taken some question. I have a question on customer profitability analysis. Very easy, by the way. So now what I believe that I'm just trying to pass this time, because the point is that they're very, very, very simple questions. Very simple. And you can see these questions are in your RTP. Some of the questions are in examination also. So I will say free ke number hai, right? Itne simple questions, right? So they are very simple questions. You can see mock test paper, RTP. They're the question from exam, RTP, mock test paper. All right. Okay. So let me take the question from manufacturing cycle efficiency first. So this is a question from manufacturing cycle efficiency. Take your time, read it first, and then we will discuss it. So read this question. Read it. Read it. Read the question, then we will discuss. Yes. Read this complete question. Okay. Let's read it together. I'll read it very slowly for all of you. See what is given here. A company, Fab Private Limited, is a traditional Indian garment brand. It has 3 autonomous divisions. These anonymous divisions are evaluated on the basis of return on investment. All right, with the year-end bonuses given to divisional managers. Then, who have highest return on investment? What will happen? So let's understand what is happening here. There is a company. The name of the company is Fab Private Limited. This is the name of the company. Now, what is happening? This company have different divisions. So here they are talking about 3 divisions. Okay? So let's consider division 1, division 2, division 3. Now, what is mentioned? The performance of these 3 divisions are analyzed based on return on investment, ROI. They're considering ROI. On the basis of ROI, they are analyzing these divisions. All right. Now, what is mentioned based on return on investment, the managers of these divisions, there are managers in these divisions. Based on ROI of these divisions, these managers will get their respective bonus. They will get their respective bonus based on their return on investment. Okay. All right. Then operating result of the second division of Fab Private Limited for the last year was this. Operating result is given here for the second division. All right. What else do we have here? Sale is given for the division, variable expenses given, contribution margin is given, fixed expenses given, net operating profit income is given, divisional operating asset is given. These informations are given here, right? All right. What else do we have? The organization's overall return on investment for the last year was 18%. Considering all division. For all division, the return ROI was 18% for all the divisions. All right. The second division has an opportunity to add a new product line Z that would require investment of 30 lakh. So it is mentioned that the second division of the company have option to add one more product line Z. Okay. But for the introduction of one more product line, they need to have an investment of 30 lakh. they need to do a 30 lakh investment. All right. Other detail of new product line is given. So the new product line Z, which they want to introduce, they have provided you some more information about it. What is it? The sale value is given. Then variable expenses are given. Then fixed expenses are given, and the life cycle product line is given. 5 year is the life cycle. Okay. Read the question. Okay. Read and understand. See, the point is that if you will have the clarity over the question, if you will read it carefully, you'll find that it is so easy to write the answer. But the point is that for that, you need patience to understand the question, because the point is that questions are lengthy. Questions are lengthy, but they are not difficult. Keep it in mind. These questions are lengthy, but they are not difficult. And you need patience to read it completely. Each and every line, each and every word should be clear in your mind. So read it carefully. What else do we have here? Though second division is performing well, but many times customer complains that they had to wait for long after placing the order. So there is a complaint from the customer that they have ordered, but it takes time to receive the product. Then the organization is interested in cutting the amount of time between when a customer places an order and when the order is complete. So they want to cut the time, reduce the time, order time, and to receive the order. Generally, obviously, speed of delivery, quickly deliver what the customer is required, quickly serve the order. Generally, what happens when you sit in a restaurant, you order your menu, right? I need this, that. So what happened when you ordered something, they take time to cook it and to serve it. So what here they are doing, they are trying to reduce the time. Okay. They're here trying to reduce the time you will take to order the product, and the customer is taking to order the product and receiving the order. Okay, when order is completed. For the last year, the following data were reported in respect of second division. Second division ke liye they have mentioned you what inspection time was this. Then waiting time was this. Then queue time was this. Move time was this. Okay. Process time is also given here. Give me one minute. Process time is this. Okay. In addition to the financial performance measures, the company wishes to introduce a non-financial performance measurement. So along with the financial measurement, the company is trying to introduce non-financial performance measures also, right? What are these non-financial performance measures? Fab Private Limited has set aggressive target in both sales growth and return on investment. Company wants to increase the sale. Company wants to increase the return on investment aggressively. Okay. The organization's strategy of achieving these goals include campaign aim to build the brand recognition, customer retention, improvement of product quality, time of delivery to the customer, expansion of eco-friendly product line, introduction of limited edition item. Itna sab kuch kar rahi hai company. You can see company want to focus on building the brand recognition. Company is focusing on customer retention, not customer acquisition, customer retention. Okay. Improving the quality of the product. And what else? On time delivery. Deliver the product on time. Then what? On time delivery to the customer. All right. And eco-friendly product. They don't want to produce the product which can harm the nature. They are trying to focus on producing eco-friendly product and introducing limited edition item. Okay, they don't want to produce so many items. They just want to produce limited item. With limited item, they want to achieve all these things. Okay, what else? So, question is that you can see there are so many parts of the question. Oh, so many parts. So the first question is what? The first question is calculate the last year return on investment for the second division. This is the first question. Second division ke liye, they are asking to find return on investment. Okay, let's read the question completely, then we will see how to write it. Okay. So first they are asking you to find out the return on investment for the second product. Second, discuss whether the manager of second division would accept or reject the new product line Zell. We were discussing about a new product now. So they're asking whether it is good to accept the order of a new product line or is it good to reject the order of new product line. If he take his decision based on solely return on investment. So he's taking the decision considering return on investment. All right. Then advise how residual income approach can be used as an alternative financial measures. अब देखो यहाँ पे ना, these questions are from your performance measurement chapter. It is your chapter 7. So from there, they're asking you the question. Half of the question is from other chapter. It is not from here in this chapter. The concept is not here in this chapter. So these all first, second, third part are from the performance measurement. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Then third is what? Calculate the manufacturing cycle efficiency. Now this is the part of our question. They're asking you find the manufacturing cycle efficiency and interpret the result. Obviously for second division, because the information is given for the second division. All right. Then state what percentage of production time is spent on non-value-added activity. How much time they are spending on one non-value-added activity. Then calculate the delivery cycle time. Then calculate new manufacturing cycle efficiency by using lean production system. All queue time is eliminated. Queue time means this time. If they eliminate this queue time, then what will be if they eliminate this time, then what will be the manufacturing cycle efficiency? This is the question. And the last one, based on the above information, using strategy map, tabulate 2 objectives and 2 measures of each perspective across 4 dimensions of balanced scorecard. Oh, balanced scorecard bhi puch liya. You will see, like in your material, you will see like most of the questions are in this way. One question from multiple chapters. I mean, you will get a question, a case study where they will ask you some question from chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 5, chapter 8. So mix of questions. So I can see the same thing is happening here. So they're asking you here, they have given you some scenario here, and they're asking you here the questions from this chapter as well as chapter performance measurement. So they're asking you the question from both the chapters. Let me do one thing. I will take the question first from this chapter, then we will take the question from other chapters. All right. Okay. So we have learned here, if you will see, these are the topic from chapter 7. Take a performance measurement. So I will take the question from this chapter first, then we will take other topic. Okay. So you can see these are the questions from this chapter. These 4, I will take these questions first. Okay, let's take these questions first. Which one? Give me 1 minute. I'll be taking these questions first. Then we will take the other portion of the question. Okay. For the second division, you need to calculate the manufacturing cycle efficiency. Interpret it. Interpret the result. Then what do you have to do? Find the non-value-added activity. Okay. Find the percentage of production time in non-value-added activity. Find it. Then calculate the delivery cycle time. Find it. Then calculate the new manufacturing cycle efficiency if you use lean manufacturing system. Okay. So these are the questions which we will solve first. Okay. So the first question is what is the manufacturing cycle efficiency here? For the second division, if you will see here, they have given you the information for second division at this place. This is the information for the second division. Second division is performing well, but many times the customer complained that they would wait for long time for placing and receiving the order. These are the reasons in second division. And they're asking you to calculate what? Manufacturing cycle efficiency. Now we know the formula for manufacturing cycle efficiency. How we find the manufacturing cycle efficiency? Manufacturing cycle efficiency We know we consider the process time and manufacturing cycle time. This was formula, right? I hope you remember. Now you know that manufacturing cycle time will include all the time from receiving the order to serving the order. So all the time will be considered here. So now if you will see this information, you will get some information from here. What we have both value-added and non-value-added time. Value-added and we have non-value-added time. We have both the time here. So process time is value-added time. What is process time here? 2.8 day. Okay. This is process time. Okay. What are your non-value-added time? Inspection time. How much? 0.5 day per batch. Then wait time is also a non-value-added time. Okay. How much? 16 day. Oh. Then queue time. Queue means product is taking time to produce. They are in line and they are taking time to produce it. So queue time. During the process, queue time. What is queue time here? 4 days. And move time. Moving the inventory from one place to another place, from one machine to another machine. So move time. What is the move time here? 0.7 day. Okay. Now the point is that all these time will come under manufacturing time, because manufacturing time is what you receive the order from the customer. Then you start buy the raw material, you will start the production, you will produce the final goods, and all this will happen during the process. Inspection will be taken place, waiting time, queue time, move time, process time, everything will happen when you receive the order, start the production, buy the raw material, start the production, and prepare the final good. So all these time will be taken place during this process, because of which it is actually taking more time to produce the goods. Right? There is a lot of wait time, there is a lot of queue time, there is a lot of move time, there is a lot of inspection time, because of which the order is taking time to deliver it to the customer. ये time बहुत ज़्यादा लग रहा है, तभी customer तक product धीरे धीरे पहुंच रहा है या फिर late पहुंच रहा है. This is the problem we are facing here. All right. Okay. So the point is that first they are asking, calculate the efficiency, how efficient the company is. Let's find it. So process time here is 2.8 day. 2.8 day is the process time. Okay. Achha, manufacturing cycle efficiency time will include everything. 2.8 day plus 0.5 day plus 16 day plus 4 day plus 0.7 day. Okay. We will consider all these days. So how many days it is coming? (2.8) plus 0.5 plus 16 plus 4 plus 0.7. 24 days. Oh. So this is coming as 2.8 divided by 24. So this is coming as what? Into 100. Oh, efficiency is very low. You can see just 11.67% efficient. No, it's not good, right? इसका मतलब this is right. Customer को ठीक से service नहीं मिल रही है, right? Because most of the time we are wasting somewhere, है ना? Right? Process time is only 2.8 day. Okay, so it's not good, right? Manufacturing cycle efficiency is very less. Okay. Next portion of the question is what? You can see here manufacturing cycle efficiency is very less, right? Okay, let's see the next portion of the question. State what percentage of the production time is spent on non-valued activity. How much time you are spending on non-valued activities? All right. So you can see here all these times are non-valued activity. From inspection, wait, queue time, move time is all non-valued activity. Okay. So what I'll do, 24 minus 2.8. You can just add it all. I know it is this. Okay. So this is what 21.2. 21.2 days. You can just add them. It will be coming 21.2. If you want, I can add 0.5 plus 16 plus 4.7. 21.2 days. Okay. So what is given? What percentage of the production time is spent on non-valued activity? How much time we are spending on non-valued activity? 2.1 day. Oh, out of 24 day, we are spending this much time on non-valued activity. How much it is coming? Divided with 24. 88.33% time we are wasting. All right, this much time we are wasting here on non-valued activities. We have learned non-valued activity matlab waste. So waste means we are wasting this time here, which is not good for the company, right? So this is what? This is the time we are wasting here. These are what? Non-valued activity, non-valued time. You can tell them, okay, why the customer is receiving their order delayed. Why the order of the customer is delayed? For a reason. We have a lot of non-valued activity where we are so much wasting the time in the company, which is not good, right? We are wasting so much time in the company, not good for the company. So we have so much non-valued activity here, which is not good. You can see efficiency is so low, right? It is extremely low efficiency, I can say. This 11.67 is the efficiency. I can say it's extremely low efficiency. 11.67. Extremely low efficiency, dear. All right. Okay. Next. Next is what? Calculate the delivery cycle time. So they're asking you to find out delivery cycle time. Who will tell me the meaning of delivery cycle time? What is delivery cycle time? Yes. Delivery cycle time, total time they are taking to deliver the product. What is the delivery cycle time? If you want, you can write it somewhere. Please write it somewhere. Total time from receiving the order to deliver the order, to serve the order to the customer. From the time of receiving the order from the customer to serve the order to the customer. Whatever the time you are spending is what? Delivery cycle time. Let me show you in the graph also. Give me 1 minute. Let me show you. Okay, so the question is asking you to find out the delivery cycle time. Okay, delivery cycle time will be the time from which you are receiving the order from the customer and you are delivering the product to the customer. It's not given here, so delivery cycle time is not given. Not given. Okay, if you want, you can write it. It's not given here. Okay, so the total time they are receiving to receive the order and to deliver the order to the customer is all these time. inspection time, process time, wait time, queue time, move time, all these time will come under delivery cycle time. Okay, so it will be what? 24. If you will add these value, 0.5 plus 2.8 plus 6. So the time from receiving the order to the time to serve the order, we can see here the total time is this, right? 0.5 days, then 2.8 days, 16 days, 4 days, and 0.7 days. So the total time is coming here as 24 days, right? The total time here is coming as 24 days. So the delivery cycle time will be 24 days here. All right. Okay. Next is what? Calculate the new manufacturing cycle efficiency. If they use lean production system, that means the queue time can be eliminated. Because lean ka matlab we have learned. If you remember, we have learned the lean system. Okay? It was in your chapter 3 and we have learned lean ka matlab. Lean means remove all waste. So remove the waste or remove the non-value added activity. So what is happening here is what? Here what is happening? If you will see here what is happening, they have removed a waste here. What type of waste they have removed? Queue time. Okay, they are wasting 4 days in queue. So they have introduced the lean system, and with the introduction of lean system, they are reducing the queue time 4 days. Okay. So instead of 24 days, they have reduced 4 days here. So what happened? Then they are asking you calculate the manufacturing cycle efficiency, a new manufacturing cycle efficiency. If you remove the queue time, let's do it. If we remove the queue time, what will happen? Again, let's see what are the value added activity you have. Okay, what are the value added activity and what are the non-value added activity? So you can see process time was a value added activity. Process time. Okay, what was your process time? It was 2.8 days around. So you can see process time was 2.8 days. So we will consider 2.8 days here as a process time. Then what is happening? We have non-value added activity like inspection, wait time. We are removing the queue time now. Okay, but move time. Other waste are still there after implementation of lean system. Maybe they have not implemented it properly or strategically. So there are some other waste, other non-value added activity like inspection time, wait time, move time, right? So I'm just considering these non-value added activity. Inspection time. Okay, wait time and move time. It is still in the company, right? They have removed the queue time, but these are still exist. These still exist in the company, right? So how much time they are taking for inspection? 0.5 days. 0.5 days they are taking for what? Inspection. 0.5 days. How much time they are taking for wait? Wait, 16 days wait. Okay, 16 days wait. Then how much time they are taking to move the product? It is 0.7 days. So they are taking 0.7 days. All right. So this is what non-valuated time. This is what valuated time. Okay. Now we have to calculate what manufacturing cycle efficiency. Okay. What do we have to calculate here? Manufacturing cycle efficiency. What is the formula? A process time divided by manufacturing cycle time. Manufacturing cycle time, right? Okay. So what is process time here? 2.8 days. 2.8 days is the process time. What is the manufacturing cycle time? So you can see, if you add all these time, it will become manufacturing cycle time. Okay. So add all these time, 2.8 plus 0.5 days plus 16 days, then plus 0.7 days. All these days, right? Let's see what is it coming. It will be coming 20, I know, because 4 days we have removed out of 24. So it will be 20, but just for your knowledge, let me add it quickly. 0.5 plus 16 plus 0.7. If you add them, it will be coming as 20 days. Okay. So 2.8 divided by 20. What is the percentage coming? 2.8 divided by 20. So 2.8 divided by 20 is what into 100, it is coming as 14%, right? So this is coming as 14%. Manufacturing cycle efficiency is coming as 14%. That's it, right? You can see still we have improved it, because earlier the manufacturing cycle efficiency was 11.67%. Still, if you have removed the queue time by 4 days, you can see here. We have removed the queue time here, and the effect you can see here, the time, the percentage manufacturing cycle efficiency, we have become more efficient. When we remove the waste, when we remove the non-related activity, the company or the manufacturing process will become more efficient. So you can see the efficiency have improved, the process have become more efficient by removing it, right? This is very less, from 11 point something to 14%. A minor improvement, because we still have non-validated activities, so many. Assume, for example, we remove it completely, no non-validated activity. So assume it, there is no non-validated activity, then what will happen? You can see 2.8 divided by 2.8, because we have no other time, right? What will happen? 100% efficiency. Manufacturing efficiency will be 100% if you remove all the non-validated activity. See, right? So this is how actually in lean system we focus on removing all the non-valued activity. Why we focus on removing all the non-valued activity? Taki business ka efficiency will improve, right? So that we can improve the efficiency of the business, we focus on in removing all the non-valued activity. Right? So this is what actually they are in here also, right? They're focusing on removing all the non-validated activity components. So this is actually, they're also focusing here. All right. Okay. Give me 1 minute. This was the portion of the question we have covered. We have covered manufacturing cycle efficiency. We have covered manufacturing cycle efficiency, everything, right? We have learned the reason also. We know the reason. What is the role of valuated activity and non-valuated activity here? How they are playing the role here. We have learned all these things. So it's all covered. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's cover the remaining portion of the question. So I'm just removing everything now. And let's cover the remaining portion of the question. Like they're asking you to find out the return on investment, everything, which is not related to this chapter. Now the information is related to chapter 2, but let's do it. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me just remove all these things and see what we have to do now. Okay. Let's see the remaining portion of the question. We have discussed all these things already. Now let's consider return on investment. They're asking you to calculate the return on investment. Okay. So what is the question? They're asking you to find out return on investment. Of which division? First, we have to check which division they're asking, because we have the information of 2 division, though they have the 3 division, but here they have provided you 2 division. All right, let's see the information. Let me complete question. Calculate what the last year second division. Okay, so they're asking you find the return on investment of the second division. Then discuss whether the manager of second division would accept or reject the new product line. Okay, we will see. First, let's see what is the return on investment of the division. Okay, so we have this information here. It is all second division information, no? Second, see, it is given here. Now, this information is related to second division. Give me 1 minute, I'll show you. See, it is given the operating result of the second division of this company for the last year. Last year, second division information is given. Sale is given, variable cost is given, contribution is given. fixed expenses is given, operating income is given, and asset is given. है ना? And they're asking you to find out the return on investment. Let's see how we can calculate the return on investment. They're asking you to find out return on investment. We know return on investment is what return you are earning, right? Divided by what is your investment. Okay. So return net operating income we are earning here is this. This is the return. Net operating income we are earning. And what is the information we have? This information, right? Divide it, you will get return on investment in second year. Okay. So this is coming as 32%. This is what company. 32% is the return on investment of the company, you can see. All right. Okay. Next is what they're asking you about the new product line. If the company is introducing a new product line, then what will happen? This is what they're asking. Huh? If the company introduces a new product line, you will see then after introduction of a new product line, what will be the return on investment if the company is introducing a new product line. Okay, let's see. If the company will introduce, see what is the question they're asking you here after this. They're asking you, discuss whether the manager of the second division should accept or reject the new product line. So you will see. The decision is only on the basis of return on investment. So if you introduce a new product line, is it increasing the return on investment? You will see. Because the decision is entirely on return on investment. It is given here. If you're taking the decision considering investment. So check it that if you introduce a new product line, is it increasing the return on investment or not? All right. So you can see when the company is increasing an investing person, but is introduced this product. This is the information. Okay. Sale is given. Variable expenses. Here you can find the contribution. What will be the contribution? 45% of rupees. This will be the contribution. 45%, right? We will multiply it with 45%. This is coming as rupees 4050. Okay. This is the contribution of the company. It is given, right? You will get it from here. If the variable expense is 65%, so subtract the variable expenses. Subtract the variable expenses from the total sale, you will get the contribution. So this is the information we have, right? All right. Okay. What else do you want to get here? What information? What else do you want here? Just give me 1 minute, huh? From total contribution discussed here, what is it? Rupees 2520. Yeah. This is the operating income you are earning. And what is the investment here? This is actually not required now. So what is the investment here? This is the investment. Operating income is coming as what? Minus 2520. All right, so this is coming as 150 rupees, 1530, right? This is your operating income. This is my operating income. And what is the investment you have done here? It is given. Investment is what? Investment is this 30 lakh, right? Rupees 30 lakh is the investment. Huh? So what is happening here? Find the return on investment. Considering these two information, what will be the return on investment? Your operating income. Consider it. Then divide it with investment. I can see it is improving actually. Okay. Divide it and give me the value. Is there any doubt up to here? You can ask me. If you find any doubt, any problem here, you can ask me if you have any doubt. Okay. Okay, so we will see what is the profit here we have earned, and we will see. Give me 1 minute, huh? Is there any problem? Variable cost, I think there is some problem. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, this is what 55%, not 45%, is it? 100 minus 65. See, 100 minus 65. What will be the contribution here? Let me tell you this. This. So contribution will be what? If the variable cost is 65%, contribution will be 100 minus 65%, right? What is it? 100 minus 65 is 55. Is it 55 or 45? Okay. 100 minus 45. 35. Okay, 35. So 35. So this will be 35 here, not this. 35, right? 35 of this value will be what? 90 lakh into 35%, right? So this is coming as 3150. Okay, 3150. Then 2520 minus 252. This is coming as 630. Okay. This is coming as 630. And here we will take 630. The return on investment will be 630 divided by 21%. And before this, what was the return on investment of the company? What we have calculated? The return on investment? I don't remember what was the return on investment. Before this, 32%. Before this, return on investment was 32%. But if we introduce a new product line, return on investment from a new product line is only 21%. Okay, so it's only. So you can see here, from the new product line, return on investment is there, right? So if you will see here, what will happen, what I have done, what we have done, that we know variable expense is 65%. So contribution will be what? Contribution will be 100 minus 65%, which is not 45%. It is actually coming as 35%. Subtraction. Okay? Minus 65 will be 35%, not 45%, right? So here the value will be 35%. 35% of 90 lakh. So the value will be coming here. This, okay, subtract the fixed cost, right? This will give you operating income. Operating income divided by the investment will give you return on investment, right? Screen is visible or not? Screen is visible. Please write in comment quickly. Is there any problem? Please tell me. Nice. Okay, so you can see from the new product line, what is happening? The return on investment is less. You can write in comment. Okay. The manager of second division would not be willing to introduce a new product line because that will result in reducing the return on investment. Kam ho jayega na return on investment. How it will reduce? Let me show you how the return on investment will get reduced if the company will introduce a new product line. So see, earlier return on investment was this. Earlier the company's net profit. Earlier, if the company do not introduce a new product line, the company's profitability was this. How much? You can see. If the company do not introduce a product line, the company's profit was only this. So company's profit if not introduced, if the new product is not introduced. If new product not introduced. Okay. Profit of the company, net profit, was, the company's net profit was rupees 1680. This was the net profit of the company. And what was the investment of the company? Investment. What was the investment? Divide by the investment of the company was this. Rupees 5250. This was the investment of the company. Okay. This was the scenario. If the new product not introduced. Okay. Now next condition is that if new product was introduced. So if the company introduce a new product, what will happen? The net income will change. So what is the net profit? Now we will consider both. Earlier the net profit was rupees 1680. This was the net profit of the company, and the net profit has increased by 630. Okay. Earlier the investment was what? Only 5250. This was the investment, but now the investment has increased by 30 lakh more. Right? This is the increase in investment. Let's see now what is the change in return on investment. So how much the profit has increased now? Plus 630. It is coming as rupees 2310 divided by 525 plus 30 lakh. This is giving you rupees 8250. This value, right? It is coming as this. So what is it coming if I divide them? 231 divided by 825. So this is coming as 28%. But before this, this ratio was 32%, right? It was 32%. We have calculated it as 32%. So you can see Okay, so I'm so sorry for the technical glitches. So, yes, what is the next portion of the question? We have already concluded that on the basis of return on investment, if you're taking the decision, you obviously the management will say it is not a good decision. Because you can see when you're using a new product line here, what is happening? The return on investment, overall return on investment is actually reducing here. So management will obviously reject the proposal. They will say, okay, it's not a good decision because the overall return on investment is what? Decreasing. So management may reject the proposal, but what is happening here? The next portion of the question is asking, for example, if we are taking the decision considering the residual income, then what will happen? This is the next portion of the question. You can see we have taken a decision here. Next portion of the question, advise how residual income approach. Instead of return on investment, if you are taking the same decision considering the residual income, tell us whether it's a good decision or not. So advise how residual income approach can be used as an alternative financial measures for evaluating the managerial performance in the best interest of the company. You have to tell it, right? Okay. So let's see if we consider the residual income, will it be a beneficial decision or not? Let's see. Now the point is that, ma'am, how do we do the calculation in case of residual income? So when you will see, when we apply the residual income, we will see what is the actual income the company is earning and what is the minimum expectation. So the company is actually earning from a new product because we are analyzing the new product. So from the new product, the company's profit is 6,30,000. This is the profit of the company, right? 6,30,000 is the profit of the company from the new product. And what is the investment here? The investment is here 30 lakh. This is the investment of the company. How much return do we want to earn from it? See, the minimum expectation, overall expectation is what? 18%. This is the minimum expectation of the company. If you earn beyond this, it is good proposal because the company is at least expected to earn 18%. We will see whether the company is earning more than this or not. Let's see. That will give you the residual income. All right. Okay. We will see. So 30 lakh. 30 lakh into 18%. What is it coming? 5,40,000. So this is coming as good. Yeah, 5,40,000, which is good, right? 5,40,000. 630. It is good, right? So 630 minus 540, it's good, right? 90,000. Yes, residual income is coming as 90,000. Good. It's good decision, right? If you are taking the decision on the basis of return on investment, you will say, no, not a good. Management will say, no, it's not good a decision. It's not a good decision. But if you will consider residual income, you will say, yes, good decision. So you can see here, it's a good decision if we consider residual income. I'll show you the answer also. So you can see here, they have calculated it here also. If they will consider the residual income, right? 630 is the minimum income which they want to earn. Beyond that, 30 lakh is the investment on which 18% return they want to earn. So whatever they will earn beyond this 90,000 is a good, right? So you can see advice. This calculation indicate that residual income of the second division will increase if the manager accept the proposal. So what will happen if the management will accept the proposal? It will be good. And we have learned, if you remember, we have learned in return on investment and residual income, sometime it is that both the decision, when you are taking the decision on the basis of return on investment, and if you're taking the decision on the basis of residual income, the answer may come different. Maybe here on this basis, as you said here in this decision, you said no, introducing a new product line is not good. If we have considered return on investment, we said no, it's not good decision. But when we have considered residual income, we are saying yes, it's a good decision because the residual income of the company will increase. We are saying yeah, good decision. But the point is that you have learned that if we consider these two financial parameters, the answer may come different. But the point is that you know that when when you're taking the decision and where the alternate have huge difference, like here it was around crores, the value was around crores, and this value was around lakhs, right? It is not good to consider return on investment. The point is that then residual income is okay. The point is that we have learned the limitation of using residual income in RI. But that's okay. We don't need to discuss all such things. But here what we will say on the basis of RI, management will say, no, not a good decision. But when we consider RI, the management will say, yes, a good decision. Okay, all right. So in this way, you can answer the question. 2 number ka question hai, 1 marks for the calculation, 1 marks is for your advice. Okay, what advice you will give? So you can see they have given the advice. Okay, now next portion is about balance scorecard. Let's do the balance scorecard also quickly. So if you will see, when we do the calculation using balance scorecard, we consider 4 parameters. What are the 4 parameters which we consider? We consider the financial perspective. We consider the financial perspective. For that reason, I have not deleted it, because we will consider the financial perspective, right? Then we will see customer perspective. Okay. Then we will see what learning and growth. You know, in learning and growth, we consider the employee performance also, right? And process improvement. So these are the 4 points we will consider: financial, customer perspective, internal perspective, learning and growth perspective. Internal perspective. Process will be internal perspective. Right? So you will see what information you have about the customer. Do you have? I don't think that they have given us any information related to customer, right? They have given you the perspective. Financial perspective is given here in the question. Okay, you will consider all these things, that whether the financial perspective is improving or not, customer perspective is improving or not, the employees are satisfied with the company or not, right? And the internal business process, you can see they are implementing lean system. So obviously internal process is improving if you implement the lean system. Learning and growth, employees improving or not, right? Employees satisfied with the company or not, you will write about all these things. Okay, in business balance scorecard. So you can see in financial factors, we will consider whether the sale is increasing, whether the return on investment, whether the residual income, all these things are improving or not. So you will see what percentage of sale is increased, what percentage of residual income, what percentage of return on investment has increased, what residual income is increasing. These are all financial perspective. In case of customer perspective, we will see, customer retention, they are increasing. It was given in the question, right? Brand recognition was increasing. Yes, the customer perspective is improving. It was given in the question last line. So yes, you will see improved in brand recognition and customer retention. You will see, is it increasing? Is it improving? You will see. Measures will be what percentage it is improving. What percentage the complaint has reduced, customer complaint have reduced, what percentage the customer retention has increased, right? How many repetitive customer do we have? Repetition means you have increased the customer retention. एक बार जो आ रहा है वो बार बार आ रहा है. That means the customer retention has increased. Okay, internal perspective means the business process. So you know that they have implemented lean system. They have removed the non-valuated activity. They have removed the queue time. So they have improved the product quality. So that means it all signifies that internal process have been improved. So it will be measured with increase in manufacturing cycle efficiency, because manufacturing cycle efficiency will tell you how much non-value-added activity have been removed and how much value-added activity is there. Manufacturing cycle efficiency will tell you. So with the help of percentage of manufacturing cycle efficiency, ordered on time, reduction, defect, all these things will tell you internal perspective. Okay. And learning and growth means employee. So you can see the company is focusing on introduction of limited edition item, and company is focusing on eco-friendly item. This will also come under learning and innovation. This will also come under learning and innovation. You will see how much the new item, limited item edition the company have. And then you will see how the company is expanding eco-friendly. You will consider all these points and you will write it in balance scorecard. Point is that when you want to write the answer about it, you know the concept. You know the concept of balance scorecard. That in balance scorecard, we consider these 4 points. 3. Then what do you have to do? Relate the concept which you know with the question, with the information you have in the question. So if you will see in the question, they have written about they have given you the information about the return on investment. They have given you the information about the sale also. They have given you the information about the residual income. You can write all those things here. How much percentage it is improving. Then customer perspective. It is given in the question that brand recognition is improving. It is given in the question that customer retention is improving. So you can write all these points here. Right? Then internal perspective. It is given in the question, manufacturing cycle efficiency is improving here, on time delivery you are doing, right? Defect is reducing here, queue time you are removing, lean system you are trying to implement. These are all related to internal process improvement. Learning and innovation will be related to limited edition, and you are implementing eco-friendly item. Employee related, nothing is given related to employee, so you can't write it, right? So all these things you can write at your own. You don't need to learn anything. My point is that koi ratification ki zarurat nahi. You don't need to do any ratification here. Just understand the concepts you have. If you know the concept, you can write it very easily. All right. Okay. So with this, we have completed the topic. You can see most of the topic was obviously the concept was there, understanding was there, and the numerical was there in the question. In the chapter, we had a lot of numerical here in this chapter, and they were all easy. They were all simple, nothing, not at all difficult, right? So with this, let me wind up the session. Take care, all of you. Have a nice day. So let me wind up.